They can talk it, but can they walk it? We're here in the upper bracket. They do not want to be going down to the lower bracket so early. The big component of this squad is GPK and his supposed dominance over the mid lane, Avery.
That's a tough player to dominate in terms of the early lane, though. Sumail is not the player you can go into a series and expect to come out lane-wise victorious a lot of the time. So he has his work cut out ahead of him. But I do agree with the panel. This draft looks a lot more well-rounded for BB Team. They're not all in on this, gimmick last pick hero for Pure. They have a lot of scale, a lot of team fight, easy ways to start fights. They have the Lycan Grimstroke combination that LGD was super good with a couple of years ago. And honestly, I'm looking to the Grimstroke more than anything. This is not a hero we see a lot, but man, does it look good this game. And I think Save was playing well last game. Just Wind Ranger can only do so much, right? But this is a hero great against the Pango, great against the Tusk, and then you have some really good illusion targets in the late game. And if he gets farmed this game, Ags, Aether Lens, Blink in that late game, E-Blade, he is going to be an absolute menace.
We talked about how some of the drafting problems for BB Team, they were put in this position where they didn't win the laning phase and late game was going to be a crunch. So they kind of had to perform mid-game, and they were so far behind. They couldn't do that. This time around, they certainly have good late game, right? They've got the faces for it. This is the undefeated late game carry in this individual game, right?
You can always win late game with this hero. It comes down to Chronos, especially when you get 2 up, Refresher Shard off Rose, or if you get to your own Refresher, you're just broken. You're straight broken. Sometimes it can come down to you also have damage to throw in the Chrono, but this game just looks like a solid Chronosphere game. And to me, it points to Nigma need to find a little tempo here. They don't need to completely run this game over, but they want this TB to be the first hero on that net worth chart. They want the Furion to be first or second. They want these 2 cores to be up there so you can overwhelm BB Team with an early advantage translating into an early item advantage. That's where these heroes are going to thrive. And of course, you have the Terrorblade Lycan matchup. Like, that's why Ghost is on this hero in this game. I mean, this was a matchup where, going back to Arteezy, who loves this, see Lycan, pick Terrorblade, win game. It's that simple.
And why is it that simple?
A reflection. You just, you go in every fight, you reflect this guy, you get auras, you just get free amp damage room.
Free 40% damage? Yeah, that sounds pretty broken on the highest base damage hero in the game.
It's just stupid. Lycan also gives you a pretty free laning phase, and you are an illusion hero that can kind of push out the map, deal with his lane pressure a little bit, and Lycan is all single target. So he's not going and threatening you, or at least your illusions in the fight. Just a very one-sided matchup. Hopefully Ghost can make the most of it when it comes down to those team fighting and getting the big reflections off. So far, though, in this early game, Pure feeling the heat again. This off lane for Nigma Galaxy overperforming, I think, in this series so far.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they killed it in the first game, and putting this much pressure on Pure early, though, Noob, I think he thought he had a kill on his hands. Omar, there was still cooldown on his spells.
I mean, they want Pure here. This wave got pulled to a stack camp for Katayomi. Usually really nice, but Pure got chipped so much, he's having a hard time staying.
Teleport coming in from Sumail. Immediate glimpse from Katayomi, but inside of the Sprout. And the Avalanche on 2. That's actually pretty decent damage. Still, though, Pure, he thought he could go after Noob there, but way too much HP. And Pure, he's only got one single shared tango to deal with Omar. He takes the aggro for Noob to finish him off with the shield crash. A double for the Nigma off lane.
They are showing up on the main stage. Katayomi going to try and get a return kill, but that's a Fairy Fire full wand Tiny. You're not killing him on your own.
Yeah, Omar jukes it, so he wouldn't be able to get the glimpse back into tower range. By the time he saw the Tiny, it was too late for all that. Now, he could still get a glimpse here and have a chance, at least be able to burn through some of the regen that Omar has. Pure hits him with the time dilation, but it baits in Katayomi. Noob, he won't have the damage with the swashbuckle to finish him off. Both Omar and Katayomi will be able to walk away, but Save is not walking away from that one, at least not outside of a body bag. Nero does what he can, but ultimately it's a kill combo that he can't really do much about.
What an incredible start for Nigma in this game, too. Just straight up winning 3 lanes across the board. Huge amount of solo experience going into Sumail. He's going to have Wrath of Nature up in a couple hundred XP. Urn already online. This Furion TP plus ult is going to be devastating around the map. When you're losing lanes, this hero just takes advantage of it. He can go anywhere, do anything. Maybe the glimpse poses a little bit of difficulty, but that would be a huge courier snipe on top of it. That's the
massive pickup. Goodbye to the helm and an immediate tip from Noob onto Pure, who's already struggling this lane, but a big pick. Oh, nice snowball save. That rolls Sumail straight into Katomi, though. It looks like no way out for Sumail. GPK finds that kill. Can he find his way out of this way? Turn around, coil it up two. GPK, he wants more. You gank me? Nah, son, I gank you. It's going to be a GH third kill. GPK turns it around thanks to his support's rotations.
Well, all eyes were on this man to step up, and he is absolutely delivering, salvaging this early game for BB Team. That was about to be a 3-4K lead, complete route. If that Furion gets to pop ult, TP to a side lane, you are just getting owned across the board. Instead, you get a triple kill off your puck mid. Now this puck is well ahead. And this is going to be your best playmaker. I mean, also just getting the experience for your supports here. Such a big boon. Especially going into this Wisdom Shrine, which was not a guarantee, right? You have to think about these shrines against the Furion. Now
a nasty little combo that isn't supposed to be successful before Miro has his 6. But, oh, with the help of the Nature's Prophet, they would certainly get that kill. Sumail, he's going to cut across and go after save. Almost gets it off the reflection, but Sumail teleported in just a little bit too far left to really help Ghost claim the Grimstroke pickoff.
Nice laning pressure, though. Again, you forced the Furion to TP unsuccessfully. That's a win for you. You might get this Wisdom Shrine. Though save is really low, and GH, he's got a plan of his own. This would be a big win if you can get both shrines here. Take it away from the Grimstroke, who needs those levels.
Yeah, it doesn't look like there's... He's going to let the Terrorblade illusion scout things out, see if there's a possibility. But, you know, there's no harm in trying, right? Ghost is perfectly fine solo in lane. Better that GH doesn't share in that experience, while GPK continues to pressure that mid lane off of the advantage he won from the kills, and now the Nature's Prophet rotating out of lane. Free damage on the mid tower.
Next pressure point is going to be top lane, though. You almost have 6 on the Pango. You have the Furion that can come in, and GH already prepping this move.
Glimpse back into Pure. The Grimstroke's going to teleport in. The Buck is trying to cut him off. They're going to go for this kill before Noob can hit his level 6. A shield crash, a big one. A giant shield, but now he's been trapped inside the coil alongside two. A good toss over. That was beautiful. In fact, GPK's in trouble. He's got another orb up in a second and a phase shift to dodge a little bit of damage, but the urn is on him. It's ticking him away, and he will fall. Nigma Galaxy, they bring the numbers to this one, and BB Team are overwhelmed. 2 kills and a third as they find Katomi looped around the trees, cut off by the kinetic field, but Sumail, he'll find him for another urn kill. Those charges are refunded right back into Sumail's pocket.
And the vessel's flying out. Just when GPK had a good early game, no. Sumail puts you in your place. He is now the one leading the pack, making the moves. I like the idea from BB Team going on the Pango before 6. But Nigma were already set up. The fact GH is there prevents any sort of aggression. Round 2, another save.
Beautiful snowball save. Now the silence will stop at least Noob getting off his ultimate, but they've already killed the Faceless Void, and now you still get off the Rolling Thunder. Bad news for BB Team, who just cannot seem to find an opening here to get a kill. They're still looking for it. Katomi's running him at them, but he doesn't have glimpse.
GH's Tusk is legendary for a reason. You gotta respect him on this hero. These saves have already been on point in this game. If you don't have that coil to throw out, or the Soulbind, which neither was available in that fight.
Dropped a ward, already spotted. Defensive sentries laid down.
Very nice here, especially with all the stacks on this triangle already being built up. BB Team committed a lot of resources to try and shut this Pango down, play through the nice Faceless Void matchup, and they just got straight rebuked. So now you're going to have to slow this game down. Look for the Soulbind. Look for some presence from the Lycan, who's up till now just been trying to farm to the helm, but he's the one losing his tower. Ghost just pushing it in, taking it to Miro here.
This is looking like a repeat of game 1, right? A very early lead for Nigma Galaxy as they out-rotate BB Team around the map, and Ghost free-farming his lane because there's no threat from the off-lane.
They're in an amazing position right now. The exact type of gameplay you want with the mid Furion. You want to build a little early lead, get your supports ahead, and just feast on the map.
Teleport behind Miro. Miro, he's going to have to pop a shapeshift, but can he even get out with the Sprout and the shards? He's locked in a physical cage. He can't just Quelling Blade and run away.
GH has owned this game. He has been in the right part of the map every time to make these plays happen. And now they're going to eye the GPK puck mid. I mean, this would be a backbreaker if you lose him with an Arcane in his pocket.
You just need those level 6s on the BB team. Because even if they bring equal numbers to the fights, Nigma Galaxy, they'll just beat you on ults. You need that static storm.
Just look at the aggressive positioning. We're 10 minutes of the game. They have a ward on the cliff. They have a ward around that tier 2 top. They're scouting behind these towers. They're looking for aggressive opportunities. There's a meta on a tier 1 mid. And GPK, you have got to get out of there.
As to Waiting Rift over the shards to get away, offers a high five to Sumail. Heavy investment from Nigma Galaxy. They don't find the kill, but it looks like they've got the tower.
They understand how this draft is supposed to function. Absolutely on point. Are they even going to get him
GPK,
here?
he, thanks to the Arcane Rune, still has a way out. The orb is not on cooldown for long.
But nothing is free in this game.
No.
At least you get 6 on your supports here. That's the one thing BB are getting out of this period.
Yeah, still waiting for it. They just took your mid tower, and Katomi's still trying to soak experience. He finally gets it now, but Noob, the time to isolate him is gone. The mid lane tower is gone, and Nigma Galaxy can then break apart. We see the Tiny rejoining his Pango. GH guarding Ghost as he clears out through the triangle.
You also need a lot of heroes to create threat around this map if you're BB. The Void's not giving you any damage. Disruptor's pretty minimal. The Lycan can be really minimal, depending on where that fight breaks out.
Katomi wants this Nature's Prophet kill. Level 10 Sumail. They have the Wolves on him, and he's teleporting. Where's he teleporting to? He's going to try and find Miro. Does he know he's going to be outnumbered? Does he know the 2 supports are sitting on top of this Lycan? Underneath the Static Storm. Now caught in the Soulbind. No Snowball save this time around. The double silence. The Soulbind, it just lasts too long. GH, now he's going to be hit by the coil. GPK takes advantage of the situation, runs down the river, and finds the +1.
Really nice rotation from Save. Leads the pack, you get a massive Soulbind. Exactly what you want against this Tusk. You want to create a situation where GH can't come in and get those snowballs due to all the roots and the AoE silences you have. Just let the Lycan go to work. Combine the damage, let the Void farm. Like, this Faceless Void is not the hero you want to play around in this early game.
No.
It's the Grim, it's the Puck. Those are your 2 playmakers. Sumail just gets caught off guard.
You could try and time walk that off, but you're going to have to Chronosphere to stop the Rolling Thunder. But then even Omar's on the other side, and GH closes in from the other, completely surrounded.
You'll get a 2-for-1 refill those Vessel charges. The pace just does not stop here. And this is not the pace of game that a Faceless Void wants, especially when the fighting is around his lane.
And Nigma Galaxy picking up more and more speed. A 3-man smoke and a play through the gate. 45 seconds until the Wisdom Shrine spawns. You know that's where they're headed.
GH absolutely has plans around this spot. Has a ward as well. You could just plant a high ground ward, camp this, potentially bait it out on top of getting it. You always have Fury on to back you up. Or just go look for the kills.
They are going to look and find Katomi. Turns around, Static Storm does what he can, but Ghost always quick to join his team. And of course, Sumail can teleport in with full confidence that with 4 heroes behind him, no matter how aggressively he's teleporting in, BB team can't turn it around. What? They've got a Faceless Void. What are you going to do with that?
Your best combination's Inkswell Wolf right now. Not enough to win this shrine. More experience advantage for Nigma Galaxy.
That's going to be another transformation wasted for the Lycan. Shapeshifts, I mean, he used it once when he got ganked there, then a second time here trying to respond to all this aggression, but... And they were just all these heroes on the other side of the map. GH is already threatening Pure, and they even got some good damage on him there with the Wrath of Nature. Time Walk being on cooldown. Can't undo that.
I mean, I'm sure he's crying on the comms right now. Like, I need something. I need some pressure on the map. I need some space. This is not a playable game for me right now. You just lost all your tier 1s so fast in this game. It's a lot of space for this Sumail Furion to operate on. And Orchid already up. He has absolute solo kill potential on anybody in this game right now.
It feels like BB team were sinking into the meta that was developed in the road to TI, right? Very slow games, not really these fast run-you-over pace, but Nigma Galaxy are showing they're able to buck their trend, and a toss will put a stop to that. No Rolling Thunder needed. Meanwhile, on the other side, a coil does find GH. and he will meet his end on the other side of the map. But
are you going to lose Pure?
I mean, maybe. He's going to have to chrono again. Oh, man. And again, not even the Rolling Thunder required to be used. He still has it. He's still going to go after him. Oh, Pure, why did you run back? Now Sumail's going to catch you. Got him on the Orchid. A little bit damage with the Spirit Vessel. Is it enough? A tick out? Not quite enough. A beautiful Soulbind. Sets up the kill on the Pango. And maybe Sumail's Nature's Prophet as well. It takes a little bit to wear through him. Nice phase shift dodge. Big damage was coming out from Omar. GPK's life threatened, but he managed to dodge it all. Keeping up with Sumail. Got to be careful of that Wrath of Nature, though. Could it be big
Sunder
damage?
save.
Nice Sunder save. Beautiful setup from Ghost to make sure they do not bleed out a Sumail kill. He is level 12. He is worth a hefty amount when it comes to that experience. Managed to prevent losses there. Nigma Galaxy hold on to a 5K lead.
That last stroke from Save was coming through. That Sunder might have been necessary. If stuff is going to go well for BB Team, it's off the back of this Soulbind. I mean, that is the only spell that's really giving them an advantage in the fight and something they can play around. It's been impactful already. Very good against Nigma's heroes. And I mean, that evened out a solid chunk of this lead.
Is this going to be yet another defensive phase shift from Miro? Runs right into GH, and now it's a question, can he even survive? The two supports tossing him up in the air. Sumail canceled his teleport, but they still blocked him in with the ice shards. Still got him inside of the Sprout.
Oh,
and a
he's
teleport away. Oh, it's just enough heal.
And look at the space it created. Another play on Noob.
That's
GPK.
true. GPK is finding openings around this map as they keep on going for the side lanes. GPK is responding. They have picked up on Nigma Galaxy's tempo, and they are beginning to match them.
This Puck and Grim are doing so much to salvage this game. If they get another kill here.
I think Swell will stop that. GH, he'll fall yet again.
These two playmakers, man, you can never count them out. They're incredibly fast players. They're very good at reading the map.
The long-term duo GPK and Save, they've been through it.
And the thing is, if you even this game out, your 5-on-5 team fight is pretty good. Like, you have a spellcasting advantage if the Soulbind and the Chrono land. They're not easy spells for Nigma Galaxy to deal with. That's why you wanted this net worth and item advantage going into that mid game. It's been evened out a lot. This Void's now ahead of the Pango, whereas he was almost behind the Tiny. You cannot throw away kills lightly in this game. You have to keep playing around the Furion, look for pickoffs, abuse your lane shove, and not give up big core kills around the map. You got such an early blink on this Omar Tiny. You'd love to keep skirmishing around that as well. Like, just toss heroes into you. Play for the easy, simple kills. Get Ghost involved. Look for an early Roshan here. Keep getting those power runes.
We've got 2 minutes until Tormentor as well.
Big objective. Some nice shards in this game. There's a smoke. Letting the Tiny lead the charge. Gonna try and find a nice target, just toss him in, combo him down.
Oh, Pure, he's on the low ground right now. That would have been a huge catch. You still have a chance, though. They're gonna run into Katomi. Katomi breaks it, blink for blink, though. He thought that was gonna be the play, but Omar has him met.
I mean, honestly, BB Team, they'll take that.
Sure.
Like, lead the 5, who already had his item bought, to buy space for the Void and the Puck, who are farming sides of the map right now. Downside is you might lose a big objective. 4 points in the tag team, straight into the Roshan. Nigma Galaxy are going to try and get something off this smoke play.
This feels super efficient, getting that kill and going straight to Roshan, and in a minute's time, Tormentor is going to spawn in the top left. Them being in this part of the map feels incredible for them.
It's going to be an efficient sequence for them. I mean, all of BB Team are farming, so you're not going to gain a lot of net worth off this play, but you're going to get a lot of objective pace out of it.
Yeah.
And you can turn that into more gold later. You can pressure some tier 2s. You can play more aggressive on the side lanes.
You see what Katomi's up to? They're going to get this Roshan, but I think BB Team made the call that if they try and go for Tormentor, they want to take that team fight. They've got Chronosphere. If they can get the wards down, they've got Static Storm. They've got a huge team fight, as you said. An aggressive ward laid out. Waiting.
All about that Soulbind.
Seeing if Nigma Galaxy take the bait. Sumail would be a perfect target for them. They smoke up.
They did see him for a brief second there.
Now it's a question of reaction. They got a Static Storm on 2, only catching the Tiny inside.
It's a valuable target.
They do manage to take him out. Ghost is right in the middle of them, but with that Aegis. So they can't turn and focus on this Terrorblade, but can they chase? They go for the Chronosphere on a Sumail. They say ignore that Aegis, go straight for the big guy. Another Sunder save out from Ghost, and Sumail, not dead yet, turns it back around with an Orchid. Can't finish off Pure either. The timer goes off. Sumail run down by Miro, and he's got a decent amount of damage on a Ghost, who sundered earlier. Has to dodge the Rolling Thunder, though. BB team have wisely called it quits, at least for now. Ducking into the trees, a teleport away, denied as the Avalanche covers him. Miro, he'll be the one to fall, but BB team, it's 2 cores in exchange for some kills, a buyback, and a very important kill on that Nature's Prophet yet again.
Expensive buyback from Omar. Does secure the puck kill, so you can argue it's worth it, but the fact they brought him down at the start of the fight, super valuable. Frees up that fight for GPK, barring the buyback. Eventually pays the price. And man, Sumail just got chunked from those Lycan summons. He took 2,000 damage from Lycan in that fight. Just got whittled down. The Chrono came in at the end. He got sundered and then killed through it again.
Shout out to Ghost, though, twice now with the Sunder saves on Sumail. Those are very clutch pickups, especially since that boost of HP, I mean, the Nature's Prophet is tanky, man. It's a hard hero to kill. 17 armor, 2,000 HP.
Tough Spark of Courage gives you the bonus armor. Valuable summoners for sure, especially when you have Aegis. They're not going to focus you down anyway. Kind of crazy there was no Soulbind in that fight.
Oh, no. Bit forward there. There was Static Storm, but I guess the fear of Sumail rotating in, Katomi almost getting caught by that. They back away and will give their tier 2 up to Nigma Galaxy.
Trying to get something out of this Aegis period. It feels like Pure recovered in this game, though. I mean, this was looking like one of those games he might have just never played Dota in.
I mean, if you get that tier 2, but naturally, you're going to break apart afterwards. And look at this pincer move from PB Team.
This is nasty if it lands.
Once again, the deadly duo of GPK and Save. They found an opening, and it's going to be on Newman. They got a beautiful soul bite. How does Save keep getting this? A snowball goes off, picks it up, and maybe it bails him out as he blinks away onto Noob's Pango. He's not dead yet. He got off the Rolling Thunder, but a physical hit will finish him off. That's enough. Meanwhile, Miro chasing after Sumail. Trapped inside the Sprout, makes a run for it, a glimpse back. But Miro, he really can't stand up toe-to-toe. But the other two, the Mobile Heroes, another Sunder, another attempted save. But this time it's not good enough. But it got off the Orchid onto Pure. A trade of mid for carry, and an Aegis now as Ghost brought low by his own Sunder. Does he have the survivability to get out on this second life, or is GH? Is he going to be left behind? Ghost trying to help him out. GPK and all their mobility, they just keep on swarming in and out of the fight, hounding after Nigma Galaxy.
He wants GH here.
And they've got the glimpse back to do it. Ghost will have to give up the chase. He'll go back to farm. GH will create what little space he can. BB Team, they lost their carry, but another time that they're able to stand toe-to-toe against Nigma Galaxy's early game.
I mean, look at the puck damage. It is all GPK in this exchange. What an angle, too. Him and Save from the back, not a move Nigma expected. They kind of bailed out that link with another very clutch snowball, splitting it up. Noob almost survives, dies to the last right click from GPK. That is such a close fight.
It was.
Did him no favors that the Sunder save was a lot less effective because they were both low HP.
Yes.
So that kind of hurt them a lot, but we're kind of seeing the fight paradigm. They're just running at the Furion, and he's just kind of sitting there and taking it. Like, he can't output enough damage to dissuade the summons on his own. There's little summon clear in this lineup.
Oh, beautiful glimpse. Kataomi with this blink dagger, but a better save from Ghost. A little man to dodge to save his life.
That will absolutely do it. Still,
and that will ensure Ghost can get to his butterfly, which is a massive pickup.
Yep. Huge timing for Nigma Galaxy. Everything is now riding on this Terrorblade. The Furion had his shot to completely snowball this game. He's going to have to try and scale too. But the pace that GPK is setting, he has an amp damage right now, 6, 2, and 8.
Haste, amp damage, and bigger moves than Omar's got. He jumps away from the initiation, and now right into the middle, the thick of it. The Static Storm gets one, looks after GH next, but he jumps away to his curveball orb. He puts a little pressure on Nigma Galaxy, threatens to overwhelm them, and then backs away. There's no need to keep up the pressure. He created the space. Pure, he's farming away and loving it, I'm sure.
This is a scary game to give Puck late game items in, because your lockdown is pretty limited to that support duo. And Tusk is not always the most reliable. You are really dependent on this tiny combination.
Yeah, we're also seeing with the Faceless Void, right? If you have troubles locking down this Puck, it's only going to be worse because Faceless Void is going to be just as mobile as this hero. Give him a little extra help there with the Grimstroke. Not quite the stun combination they were looking for this time around. Noob trying to use his shard to make sure he gets a lockdown after the face shift, but there's still the Yules. GPK does manage to get away in the Rolling Thunder. Being used like that, Nigma Galaxy, they got to probably take a break a little bit. The team fights have not been clearly won by them.
No, not at all.
Rolling Thunder is a key component for that.
Just gotta keep playing for ghost timings. Try and get the next Roshan around that butterfly. That's gonna be a nice power point for you. And try and keep dodging this soulbind. If you can ever find the supports at the start of the fight between the Tusk and the Tiny, would be a huge win to begin that engagement. But some of that Lycan lane pressure is starting to add up here. We don't even have the shard out yet, so it can get better.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
In terms of stalling this game.
Do you feel like the Nullifier is such a crucial pickup that it's more important than the side lane pressure that comes from the shard?
I mean, Nullifier and Lycan is always just chef's kiss, right? You go in, you isolate a target, you know you're going to be able to bring this guy down. He already has AC. Downside is some of his auras are getting reflected, so he does have to pick his point of attack well.
Sure.
Otherwise, you're going to power up Ghost to just hit that butterfly, just hit level 18. But the Lycan doesn't have to be the first one in. I think for BB, that's ideal. Which is another reason why if you're Nigma Galaxy, if you can start these fights on your terms with a tiny initiation, it's going to feel a lot better for you.
That's up to Noob. He's got to get that Rolling Thunder Blink Dagger initiation. They can't afford to be picked off underneath their tower like this. All the support ults being dropped on this Nature's Prophet. Feeling like they got it for sure, but the Rolling Thunder is just beautiful. A bowling ball right through the middle of BB team has taken out 2 cores and freed Sumail. He may have died, but they got a 1-for-3 exchange, and only a Blink Dagger will bail out this Grimstroke from death that was closing in.
Pure just never gets Chrono off there. Gets chain stunned off Avalanche into the Rolling Thunder, into the congregations of the deep. The extra tendril betrayed him there. That's a very different fight if he gets that up, considering how clumped Nigma were. They got their Terrorblade glimpsed out of that fight, and they had to TP the new Pango into the preemptive Soulbind. Not a good fight setup for them, but they just pushed through it.
It was just so unnecessarily risky to make that jump and not use the Chrono. If you don't want to jump in as the Void, I think that's fine too, but...
I mean, he just doesn't want to Chrono his own teammate here, right?
For sure.
Like, you don't want to Chrono your own Puck. It feels bad, but... Man, that neutral creep did some work there.
It messed them up, man. Fortunately, Miro was there to finish it off, but that was almost 3 for nothing. Nigma Galaxy, they'll claw back a bit of a lead. 2,000 net worth lead for them, 28 minutes. And another Tormentor's coming. Another Roshan is going to be available. Big objectives.
Scaling. Just have to keep scaling your 2 top net worth heroes here and hope it's enough to win the fights around Roshan.
Will it be enough to win the fights 10 minutes from now?
That's a very different story. You gotta play with what's in front of you here and just gear up to power up this Terrorblade. Make Ghost as strong as possible. The saves need to go into him. You need to make sure that the lockdown is centered around this Terrorblade in the fight as well. He is the majority of your damage because the Pango.
Oh, they've got a good high ground ward. These two are walking straight into it. Omar's going to TP away, but Noob, not as lucky. He's going to be trapped inside of a Static Storm. No saves available here. His Courier does manage to get away.
Such a tough Pango game. If you get jumped by Static Storm or Coil, you're probably dead. If you play on the backside of the fight and go in later, you're probably getting Soulbound or Chronoed. There's a time dilation in the middle of that for you. I mean, I do not envy Noob's position here.
Yeah, particularly since he's not a hero that could just be thrown away, right? His disables are so key to the Terrorblade and the Nature's Prophet to do damage in these fights.
They need his lockdown. They're going to need his damage as this game scales.
Scotty will certainly help if that will help to, just slow down some of these heroes just a tad bit if Ghost can get to that point. BKB will be a massive pickup for Sumail, at least until the Disruptor has an Aghanim Scepter, and Kataomi is really not that far away. He's been killing on the Disruptor with this early Blink Dagger, and the conservation of resources, he's just barreling straight to a fast axe.
I mean, he's honestly had a very good game for how poorly that top lane went. This game is dead even. It's another game. They're within like 200 XP of each other. I don't know how these teams keep doing it.
One team fight could break things open. BKBs are wanted on both sides of the table here. The Nature's Prophet and the Faceless Void are so close to it. It doesn't feel equal though, Avery. Feels like that Faceless Void BKB is a little bit more powerful.
It's a little better here, especially when you have nothing to go through it except that punch, which pretty hard to burst this guy down in a single punch.
Yeah.
Fury on BKB could be really influential though. If Sumail can, TP, if he finds one of these supports at the start of the fight, can pick his point and just take one of them out, could be huge. If he gets jumped first, all that goes out the window. You might also want to save buyback. That could be really influential in the Roshan fight. If you have 2 lives on this Fury and he can come back instantly.
Oh, there goes that Aghanim Scepter. Pure spotted that one. Worth the Observer Ward, as I'm sure Nigma Galaxy know that it's warded up there, but they can't afford to worry about the other side of the map. They're focusing on controlling Roshan. Smoke on both sides, and a stalemate.
That's a 4,000 net worth courier right there. How do you start the fight if you're Nigma Galaxy? That's what you're thinking right now. I mean, they would love for someone to wander in and you just toss them back, but that is not going to happen when you have Wolves to scout.
And if you're BB team, time is on your side, right? You don't have to force anything here.
Oh yeah, Pure is telling the team, yo, good job. I'm back in the game. I'm farmed up. I have BKB. I'm just going to continue to scale from here on out. I'm a big problem for them. No pressure on us.
Nigma Galaxy can start working the map. That's always the advantage of a Nature's Prophet, as he runs down lanes with Treants and Mjolnir.
Do Nigma have a gem? They don't have one yet. So they're pretty reliant on playing around these sentries with the Wolf Scouting. Level 20 Puck already, so you got that Waning Rift cooldown on top of the Octarine. That's where this hero just becomes almost impossible to kill.
Yeah. Sumail, he's got his level 20, as well as Ghost. A little bit extra Conjure Image duration to help with the map pressure. I mean, Nigma Galaxy, yes, they would like this Roshan to happen faster, but they also have the time where the Nature's Prophet and the Terrorblade Illusions can push in these side lanes and start forcing BB team to break apart a little bit. And maybe that presents an opening.
I do feel like we've seen Nigma get in this position a lot, though, where they're just kind of waiting outside Roche, waiting for an opportunity as if they're unsure of what the correct play is. They don't want to aggressively smoke into BB, but the problem with waiting is it's at a loss. Like, BB are farming more of the map. They're eventually going to get some lanes in. Pure is just showing top right now. And this is normally information you're using to make some decision. You're either going to smoke off this, you're going to force the Roshan, you're going to try and go to their high ground and D-ward or something. Letting him get away with this, it just feels like too much wiggle room.
He was just level 18. Now he's got that crucial level 20 talent, where all of a sudden the Faceless Void has a massive damage upgrade inside Chronosphere.
He's gotten so much out of these last few minutes. His damage has gone up considerably. He's halfway to MKB now.
Nigma Galaxy, I mean, just at this point in time, you haven't forced anything for the last couple minutes. Maybe you're just waiting out for Roshan to go to the other side, because it's still a minute away, and then it goes up to the top side of the map, and you have that Radiant Outpost to play with.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
It feels like they're also just out of smokes.
I mean, look at BBT, man. They're just like, we're all over the map. We've left.
They have no intention of grouping up here. This is what I'm saying. The lead is just going BB's way.
We left the creep inside of the Roshan pit. We know you're not doing it, but if you want to try, go for it.
You have to make a play call here. You just bought the smoke, and it just came up. Insta-pop. They've decided to go for it. There's a power rune top. Not a bad one.
They're doing Tormentor right now. This is just flat out unacceptable.
That's the Lycan shard, too. We'll take that every day of the week.
All right,
I mean, if Nigma
buy it.
Can you end up... I don't think you can end up smoking to this corner of the map. They might try and look for someone who's farming their way back, but yeah, they just full U-turn.
BKB, level 20, Faceless Void, BKB on the Lycan. Now he's got a Shard. Now you've got Aghanim Scepter on the Disruptor. It feels like there's just crucial items flowing in for BB Team. Nigma Galaxy, maybe they find a massive opening though. It was all worth the wait if they could kill this Disruptor and then do more with it. It can't just be a pickoff. It's got to be taking this fight to Roche and seeing what BB Team do.
I'll be honest, I've seen some crazy smokes in my time. That might have been the craziest one that somehow ended up working. They did an entire map cross into another half map cross into randomly run into the 5.
Look at Pure again. Again, on the opposite side of Roshan saying, go ahead. If you want Roche, you can take it. And Nigma Galaxy will oblige.
But do BB want to give it up here? They just got Parasma on Puck. They have BKB on the Lycan. This is a fight they can take, especially with Chrono around the pit. And once more, Nigma Galaxy hesitating on this play, right? Not making a 100% call to go for Roche. They rather take the fight. This could be correct, but it feels like this Roche has been in the making for 5 minutes now.
Yeah, Pure joins his team in this smoke, and now the Disruptor is back into play.
Look for the tiny jump. It means so much for Nigma Galaxy here.
What does he got to get?
He's got to find something, either Disruptor or
They see this target. Disruptor, they're after him. They've got the lane ward to be able to spot him out. They know he's on the edges here, but can they get to him? A Rolling Thunder trying to chase him down, and Faceless Void. He will lock down the Nature's Prophet, sure, but you already lost your Disruptor. It's going to be crucial heroes dead on both sides for the team fight. Puck, maybe he can get away off this blink, manage to get a coil onto GH. He wants to deal with these safe supports, and Pure, he can help him out with the damage. They got to bounce away from Ghost.
They're just kiting him out right now. They know the control is gone.
Yeah, no Rolling Thunder, and now the buybacks on the supports. BB Team, they just back away. They call it quits.
Gotta respect the Terrorblade. His damage hurts, though.
3,000 damage. Up on a single hero, and look at GPK, he's still bouncing in and out right on top of Nigma Galaxy. They don't know what to do about him.
They can't do anything about him. Double support buyback, you still can't find this Puck, and your meta's about to wear out. So do you have the confidence to go for Roche here with the ultis on cooldown? It looks like the call from Ghost is no. This Roche will continue to get delayed.
And that pretty much guarantees that there's going to be another fight with another Chronosphere.
Yep.
Similar timings here on the cooldowns of both Metamorphosis and Chronosphere.
And Pure, he finished MKB, so that Butterfly starting to lose some values. It just feels like BB are outscaling them here. This game has been slowed down. It's been delayed.
I just cannot believe how much they overextended themselves for that Disruptor kill. I mean, Sumail committing for that kill had to have known that he was going to get Chrono.
I mean, he has to, right? Like, you have to take this Disruptor out of the fight. It's too deadly for your cores.
GPK? Oh yeah! A Coil Static Storm with an Aghanim Scepter, a Snowball pickup. Sorry, GH, all that does is put you in the kill zone. Pure will go to work on Sumail. There's just nothing Nigma Galaxy can do about the team fight now.
This game is slipping away one fight at a time. You're getting outscaled. You're getting out-controlled. You need too many items to power through it right now. And that man right there, GPK, he salvages mid-game and he is taking over the late game. Suddenly, Pure has all the damage he needs. The fights are just becoming too easy. You throw out the coil, you throw out a Soulbind, you land a Static Storm, that fight is just probably over. There's no way to bail it out like last game. There is no Supernova to save you this time around, and a beautiful jump from GBK gives them a 2-man Static Storm on 2 of the best targets you can hope for.
And you said it. It's a hard game at some point in time to deal with this Faceless Void, to deal with the Puck and all the mobility they have. It's also not a great game now for the GH saves. Right? If that means he's still going to be locked inside of Static Storm and he goes in for the Snowball, then you can't make the same kind of miracle plays that he did with the Supernova saves from game 1.
Nope, it's just not in the cards. I mean, you can get BKB on Tusk. You know, blink BKB, you can go that route, but it is not the utility route he went this game. Does not have the gold for it. It's a long way away. This is a huge window for BB to try and just end this game, especially pushing towards these 25 talents. You have Backtrack coming. You just got Coil Pierce's debuff immunity. I mean, this lineup scale is just insane. And of course, Save, he eventually got to Dark Portrait in this game. That is another spell you have to worry about. You give up a big blink with this Terrorblade on top, you're going to be playing against a very strong Terrorblade illusion.
Scotty, also a big increase in survivability for this Faceless Void. It seems impossible for them to be able to burst him down now.
Yeah, the items are just rolling in. This is BB's game to take right here if they don't botch some sort of terrible high ground. Hex on Sumail gives you a little bit of hope. This means you can go in and try and take out the puck or the void. This is some of the control that they have lacked for a lot of this game. That means if you go in, you pop BKBs early, you ignore Static Storm, you have a chance to burst down one of these big targets with Chain Stun between the Hex and the Tiny. That's what you have to look for here.
Well, Terrorblade, meet your own illusion. Grimstroke's going to be running his own TB illusions down lanes. So that, alongside the Lycan Shard, alongside a 15,000 net worth lead, it kind of takes all the gas out of Nigma Galaxy's map play that they were doing in the first 30 minutes.
They will smoke, though. Bold smoke attempt. Into that Aegis. If you run into the Faceless Void first, the fight is just going to be impossible. You have to find the backside of BB's formation. Find those supports, find the puck, find the disruptor.
What can they do with this? They get into the high ground. That's already a decent start. And they spot the Grimstroke, hit him with the Rolling Thunder. The team can't quite jump in as aggressively, but they've already killed the Grimstroke. That's a great start.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. The Aghanim Scepter, give it over. Wolf Bite on the Faceless Void. He's going to jump in 3-man Chronosphere, and he starts going to work on Ghost. Can he kill Ghost? Easily. Can he kill more? Without a doubt. He's already taken out 2 supports, and oh my god, Sumail just made mincemeat. They can kill a hero, maybe 2. But once Pure gets involved, it's all over.
Dude, that wolf fight was straight nasty. A wolf above time just demolished them in a second. No hesitation to Chrono GBK there. He's like, brother, you carried the early game. I'm going to carry the late.
And Pure, I mean, he's known for these sort of calls. He knows how to end games when they've got an advantage. He's just going to go straight for the tier 4s. Nigma Galaxy left with only 2 buybacks here.
He got glimpsed to Fountain. Oh, I thought he got glimpsed. I guess they will defend it here with buybacks, but...
Our BB team actually going to back away? Because you still have a minute left on this Aegis.
Nah, you have Aegis, you push it.
Yeah, Pure doesn't even need Chronosphere to be a threat. They get a couple of the buildings and will actually give respect. Nigma Galaxy.
Okay. I mean, that's a defense.
Hold on for now. Wait.
Or is it?
Or is the Wolf Bite?
He's just going in.
The Wolf is at your door. He's knocking the damn door down. That's going to be Barracks gone yet again. And Pure waits for his next victim. New pulled back in from the glimpse. All right, got the Rolling Thunder out of him. Time walks. Wait, I'm back in. Hit by an avalanche. But of course, even if they could kill him, he still has that extra life. GH, he throws out the punch just to try and save his own life. Miro's going to chase after. Oh, 1,000 damage crit to finish him off. Got him inside the Sprout. And Miro doesn't actually have a way out of this one. The Quelling Blade's still on cooldown. But what about the rest of them? Side the Vice, put onto the Faceless Void. They ignore him for now. Coil onto 2. Onto Nature's Prophet. Pure's going to jump in after him. And he's got the Nature's Prophet. Again, he does not need Chronosphere to just knock you down. Just full-on auto attacks all the way through. A click into the base. Whether it's heroes or buildings, they will all fall. Unless Pure can be locked inside the fountain. No, good try. But he's going to kill you at the fountain. Is that what you wanted? Because you can have it. Into the fountain goes Pure. He wipes out Nigma Galaxy in their own fountain to